The question is how to prepare solids from 6 months on and the introduction of meat and protein. So when following the Save Our Sleep approach, we introduce babies to solids between 16 and 18 weeks. This means by 24 months, 8 weeks after. So if you start solids at 16 weeks, sorry, not 24 months, 24 weeks. If you start solids at 16 weeks, at 24 weeks, we add protein, meat, which is normally salmon or chicken. And if you start solids at 18 weeks, it would be 26 weeks that you add this. Don't overcomplicate it. Get Save Our Sleep feeding and follow the advice in there. You do not need to overcomplicate it. You get a pot and you steam or simmer, or you could use a slow cooker. You put the food your child has already had. So for example, if we were going to introduce salmon or chicken, you would put some potato, some peas or some broccoli, which they've already had, or some carrots into a pot with some chicken. Or if you were going to introduce salmon, you would put it in with some salmon. You would cook it following the instructions in the feeding book, and then you would puree it. You would then put that into freezer pods and freeze it in the freezer. When you are ready to feed it to your child, we add express breast milk or infant formula, depending on what they have. A2 infant formula, stage 1, never stage 2, never any other brand of formula unless your child has medical conditions. We add this in, so you get out your food and you would heat it till very, very hot. You would get it out, defrost it, then heat it, following the advice in the feeding book. You would heat it till very, very hot. You would then add in your milk, infant milk, whichever one you're using, and you would add in your Bubs Organic rice cereal and mix it till it is a consistency like yogurt. You introduce this to your little one at 12 o'clock. You go from doing protein once a day. By the 4th day of protein, you're giving it twice a day at 12 and 5. You don't give it at breakfast. This is all explained in the feeding book. But please, please, please don't overcomplicate it. Remember, your baby was happy on breast milk for their first 16 weeks or infant formula for the first 16 weeks of their life. They didn't care. Then they're happy with the same food. In fact, older children of 14 or 15 or 16 years will choose to eat the same food for breakfast every day if left to their own devices. Babies are the same. You don't need to overcomplicate it. You don't need to give them so much different types of food and so on. Don't overcomplicate it. Make it easy on yourself. Follow the advice in Save Our Sleep feeding. Simple recipes for introduction of protein 8 weeks after starting solids.